Good morning to all and welcome to the session, the Hindu Editorial Analysis for Proficiency in English. Today's editorial is all about the Prime Minister's visit to the US. Any editorial that touches the visit of the Prime Minister of a particular country to some other country will touch how he has been received and about the bilateral ties, especially on the economic front, political front, and socio-cultural front. This editor also has a more or less the same framework. And coming to the enrichment, today you're going to get, if you consider vocabulary, words like warm, watery. Warm is a common word, watery, a new word. Accord, important word. Trailblazing, we have already got. Unprecedented, we have already got. Monopoly, we have got. Catapult, a new word. Uber, we have got for the first time. Discord, we have got many a time. Diffident, I use regularly. And today you're going to work on five idioms out of the blue, green with envy, gray area, caught red handed, green thumb. And today, phrasal verbs, a new pattern, quite challenging from one of the previous year's papers. And the phrasal verbs are come across, above board, put on, put up with, wear off. And remember, today you're going to work on spot the errors, fillers, phrasal verbs, idioms, words, and meanings. And today is not exactly a quote, but an important thing one has to remember. The limits of your language are the limits of your world. Always remember that, especially when it comes to English. Now let us go to the editorial vocabulary. What is the first word? Warm. Warm adjective. It has two or three meanings. One, it goes with temperature. I'm sure you all know that. If you take hot, not too hot, we use the word warm. Opposite, cold and cool. Here, warm has a different meaning altogether. Friendly and loving. You can also think of the word affectionate. Mothers are always warm. Warm means what? Affectionate. You can also think of friendly and loving. A red carpet is a noun, but red carpet welcome is an idiomatic expression. A red carpet part of speech noun relating to or suitable for an official event where there is a long red floor covering for important guests to walk on. They use a long red carpet for the guests, important guests to walk on. That is known as a red carpet. But do remember the idiomatic expression, a red carpet welcome means what? A warm welcome, grand welcome. Your effort should always be consistent. Part of speech adjective. Always behaving or happening in a similar, especially positive way. Consistent efforts will always bring in success. Water we have got for the first time, part of speech noun. A person who strongly supports a particular cause or person. Here you have to recollect the word advocate. Advocate has two meanings. One meaning a lawyer, another meaning, same meaning as watery. A person who strongly supports a particular cause or person. Accord we have got for the first time, part of speech noun. It can be a verb as well. Accorded some rights. But as a noun, it means it's a formal word. It means agreement, official agreement. Trailblazing we have got recently. Adjective. Being the first to do or use something in a way that is an example for other people. And this is different. Pioneer, that is different. In a way related, but usage differs. Unprecedented, we have got part of speech adjective, never having happened or existed in the past. Yes. Monopoly, also, we have got part of speech noun. It goes with a business, an organization or group that has complete control of something, especially an area of business, so that others have no share. A particular company has monopoly. It means it has a lion's share of a particular product. It captures the market, and others cannot have a share. Then we use the term monopoly. In the past, it was monopoly was quite rampant, but now modern marketing dynamics don't allow monopoly, rarest of rare, a once in a blue moon. Catapult we have got for the first time. Unprecedented floods. Consensus, that is right. To throw someone or something with great force, and also to be in the limelight because of success all of a sudden. Uber, I'm sorry. Uber we have got for the first time. It's a prefix used before nouns to mean extreme or extremely good or successful. Remember this, we have got for the first time. Misgivings, part of speech noun, a feeling of doubt or worry about a future event. A feeling of doubt or worry about a future event. Discriminate, one thing, discrimination, a negative connotation. Treating a person or particular group of people differently, especially in a worse way from the way in which you treat other people. On what basis? Because of their race, gender, sexuality, etc. Discord we have got many a time, and there are two idioms you have to recollect. One is apple of discord, the other bone of contention, cause of dispute, the state of not agreeing or sharing opinions. Diffident we have got for the first time. It is opposite of confident. Part of speech, prejudice, that is right, very good. Adjective. Shy and not confident of your abilities. Opposite of confident, diffident. Confidence, diffidence. Part of speech, adjective. Dissent, a political term. Strong difference of opinion. Disagreement, especially about official decisions. When a particular group opposes the official decisions, we say there is a dissent, an important word. Loggerheads, yes. Let us go to a simple editorial, easy to comprehend, familiar words, many words, but for a few. And as I said, any editorial that is about the visit of a prime minister of a particular country to some other country will talk about the sort of reception the prime minister gets, also about the agreements, the tie ups, bilateral ties, especially if you take two countries, we talk about the economic front, political front, socio-cultural front. This editorial also, and if at all there is a problem, and that aspect also usually touched. Warm welcome. Warm means friendly and loving. You can also think of the word affectionate. Warm welcome on the Narendra Modi US state visit and bilateral ties. How he was received. Warm welcome. But what is the main idea of this editorial? Narendra Modi's visit further strengthened the ties between India and the United States. Obviously, it was a positive, a fruitful visit based on that further, an important word. Today, lack of time, I could not bring certain things in green, but I will underline. This is an important word from the exam point of view. You have to recollect FARTHER and this one FURTHER. This refers to distance and this refers to in addition to something. Further strengthen more the ties between India and the United States. Rolling out the red carpet, usually roll out, and it goes with a carpet. Roll out the red carpet for Prime Minister Narendra Modi during his state visit to Washington, US. President Joseph Biden underlined his belief that the India US partnership will be one of the defining relationships of the 21st century. This is a statement made in the past also. Defining relationships of the 21st century, one of the. There are a few things you have to focus on. At the outset, Washington. A lot of people think, in fact, once in civil services exam, they asked a question: what is the capital of the USA? They gave options like Washington and some other cities, and none of these. Many candidates chose Washington. That is not the answer. Answer is none of these. What is the reason? The capital of the US is Washington, DC. The letters stand for District of Columbia. And what is this Washington? Washington is one of the states. The US is made of 50 states. On the West Coast, there are three states: Washington, Oregon, and California. Washington is one of the states, and the capital is Washington, D.C. That you got to be careful. US President Biden underlined past, his belief that the India US partnership will be one of the. Whenever you come across the phrase one of the, you have to think of three rules. First one, the phrase one of the in its basic form takes a plural noun and a singular verb. Based on that here, plural noun and singular verb. Second one, phrases like one of those, one of the things, we have to use a plural verb and a plural noun. Common error, people use a singular verb, not correct, plural verb. And the third one, if these phrases are preceded by the word only, then we have to use a singular verb and a plural noun. All the three rules are very important. Coming back to the editorial, it talks about rolling out the red carpet for Prime Minister during his state visit to Washington. US President Joseph Biden underlined his belief that the India US partnership will be one of the defining relationships of the 21st century, one that he has had a strong belief in. They should have used past perfect here. One that he has had. Better expression, he had had. You may ask why. It talks about the past. He was a US vice president in the Obama administration. Based on that, it would have been better had they used had had, past perfect. One that he has had a strong belief in. He had a strong belief in past. He has had a strong belief in present perfect. Here it isn't present perfect. He had a strong belief in past perfect as US Vice President in the Obama administration. The same phrase, the phrase mirrored the one used by US President Barack Obama at the state banquet for the former Prime Minister Manmohan Singh in 2009. The same phrase was used way back in 2009 when Obama was a president and Manmohan Singh was a prime minister. Way back in 2009. That phrase, one of the defining partnerships of the 21st century. Now it has been mirrored by Biden, denoting the consistent strengthening of ties over the first two decades of the century. Consistent means what? Always behaving in a particular or similar, especially positive way. The visit by Mr. Modi, his first state visit to the US, has not disappointed votaries of the relationship. Has not disappointed. It is in present perfect. Votaries. Votary means what? A person who strongly supports a particular cause or person, plural votaries, of Indo US ties. Here, the relationship refers to Indo US ties. The two sides announced, now it, as usual, they hold a press conference, they announce agreements or deals or accords. The two sides announced new deals involving high-end defense cooperation, semiconductor industry investments, and a partnership in quantum and advanced computing and artificial intelligence. These are the areas they focused on. The deal for co-production of jet engines in India, White House called it trailblazing. Trailblazing we have got a few times. What does it mean? Being the first to do or use something in a way that is an example for other people. Here you can also recollect the word pioneer. But the context, based on the context, we have to decide whether we have to use trailblazing or we have to use the word pioneer. Pioneer usually goes with a person, and trailblazing goes more with an action, an initiative. So, this is an initiative. The deal for co production of jet engines in India, White House called it trailblazing, will involve an unprecedented level of technology transfer. Whenever we talk about the ties between two countries, economic, social, socio-cultural, political, defense, and also technology transfer, that is very important. And unprecedented level of technology transfer. Unprecedented, never seen before. India's decision to join the 11 nation mineral security partnership for critical minerals. There is one association or partnership, 11 nation mineral security partnership for critical minerals, where China has a global monopoly. Global monopoly, not in a particular country, entire world. Monopoly means what? A particular company or organization or country takes a lion's share or almost everything. Others don't have a role to play. Then we use the term monopoly. And cooperation on critical and emerging technologies, other dimensions, particularly in clean energy, will strengthen future cooperation here. It's all about the cooperation, future, deals, accords, and clean energy. When we talk about energy, what does it mean? It refers to non conventional energy sources or renewable energy sources. We have been using conventional, or you can also use the term conventional or renewable sources, non renewable sources of energy, like fossil fuels. And now we are talking about clean energy, means what? Renewable sources of energy and also non conventional sources of energy, like solar power, solar energy, wind energy, all these. Finally, India's move to sign on to the 27 nation Atomis Accords. Accord means a formal agreement for cooperation in space exploration. Now, another dimension has been added: space exploration, and the NASA ISRO partnerships for human space flight will also catapult India's ambitions in the sphere. Which sphere? Space exploration. Catapult, to throw someone or something with great force, or to reach a particular state all of a sudden, and that state is full of success, to be in the limelight. But traditional meaning as a noun, here it has been used as a verb. As a noun, catapult is nothing but a Y-shaped stick with an elastic band or elastic piece, which is used to throw something with a force. You pull that elastic thing back and leave the stone or something. It goes with a lot of force. And if you go to any village in our country, I'm sure you come across this. It is part of Indian villages. Coming to the second part of the editorial, it is significant, important that areas of discord. Discord means not harmonious, the state of not agreeing or sharing opinions, such as the differences in policies towards Russia's war in Ukraine. We all know US has taken, along with the European countries, a different stand, whereas contrary to that stand, India has taken an altogether different stand. Policies, differences in policies towards the war, Russia's war in Ukraine, and confrontation with China, another dimension. These two issues, the apple of discord or bone of contention, you have to recollect those, and discords, areas of discord, where New Delhi has been more diffident. Diffident means what? Not confident, were sidestepped. Regarding these two issues, New Delhi has been present perfect, more diffident, not confident, and these discords or areas of discord were sidestepped, means they did not touch. Perhaps more difficult to sidestep were increasingly loud questions over the state of democracy and human rights in India, which 75 US members of the Congress raised in a letter to Mr. Biden. Members of the US Congress, how many? 75, raised questions regarding state of democracy and human rights in India. While some uber liberal Democrat lawmakers, uber means what? Extreme, extremely good or successful liberal Democrat lawmakers. Liberal, one who respects all beliefs and all groups. Democrat lawmakers took the extreme step of boycotting Mr. Modi's address to the joint session of Congress. They decided not to attend. It would be harder to ignore the pointed words from Mr. Obama in an interview the same day on India's minority rights. Something must have been said, and we can't ignore those words. Eventually, Mr. Modi's response, in a rare press availability with Mr. Biden, dismissed some misgivings. Misgivings means what? A feeling of doubt or worry about a future event over his administration. He denied alleged discrimination against minorities and a crackdown on dissent. There are two things that have been pointed out. One, alleged discrimination against minorities. Discrimination, in a way, you can say prejudice, simple word, but you treat others, some people, differently based on religion, caste, creed, any of these factors against minorities, and a crackdown on dissent, deal with an iron hand. Dissent means a particular group opposes official decisions, then we use the term dissent. How does the editorial end? Rights issues are not a bilateral concern. Rights of a particular group in a particular country not related to does not come under bilateral concern. And with his warm welcome, Mr. Biden made it clear he did not share the concern. Some members of Congress, they raised the questions, but the US president did not share that concern because the rights issues that belong to a particular country, an internal affair, not part of bilateral concern. And because of that, he gave a warm welcome. If Mr. Modi wishes to address public concerns, however, he may find it more effective to make the case in a press conference on his return. He should not do it over there. When he comes back, he has to hold a press conference and he has to make it clear, emphasizing his belief that if there are no human values and there is no humanity, there are no human rights, and then it cannot be called a democracy. A statement. No human values and there is no humanity, there are no human rights, and then it cannot be called a democracy. That's how the editorial ends. Let us go to questions based on this editorial. What is this editorial about? What was called a trailblazing by the White House? Keywords. What will catapult India's ambitions in the sphere of space exploration? What are the areas of discord in the context of the editorial? What, who took the extreme step of boycotting Mr. Modi's address to the joint session of Congress? All the questions can be answered effortlessly based on the key words. Now let us go to practice questions based on exam topics. The first five questions: error location, kind, benevolent, good. Alleged, accused, yes, very good. Look down upon, insult, prejudice, bias, discrimination. Please read the first one and try to spot the error. We had decided to scrap the project, but the chairman insisted with its continuation on the same terms. Here, today's questions from previous years, some of the questions from previous years' papers, it should not be that difficult. There's one word here, insist. This question is based on what we call prepositional combinations or fixed prepositions. The verb insist takes a preposition on. Based on that, insisted with is not correct. It has to be insisted on its continuation. Insist on something. What is this question about? Prepositional combination. A lot of educators use the expression for the same, fixed prepositions. I will tell you something interesting. These prepositional combinations are thousands in number. If you take the Oxford University Press, they publish books related to English language teaching and also dictionaries. They have published prepositional combinations, two books. Volume 1, 15,000 combinations. Volume 2, 15,000. Total how many? 30,000. Can you learn and remember all the 30,000? Practically impossible. But this is an important exam topic, prepositional combinations of fixed prepositions. Then what is the solution? If you read the Hindu paper, the editorials and the headlines regularly for some time, for a few months, you get exposed to important, frequently used prepositional combinations. The same combinations they touch in the exam. That way it becomes easy. Please go to question number 2. Because of his prolonged illness, he could not concentrate on his studies, though he was very much desired to do so. All these should not be a problem. You should get all the 5 correct, in my opinion. Because of his prolonged illness, he could not concentrate on his studies, though he was very much desired to do so. No one has responded. Girija, first one to respond, very much. Let others also respond. How come so long? I will give you the answer. Here we don't have to use the primary auxiliary be in the past form. He was very much desired. No. He desired. He very much desired to do so. Was is not required here. He was desired. It changes to passive voice. They desire something, something was desired by them. Here you don't have to use passive voice. Based on that, we have to remove the word was. He very much desired to do so, though he desired to do so. Emphatic, very much desired to do so. No, there is no one could get it right. Surprising. It should be in active voice, not in passive voice. How people do to earn their bread is dependent largely on the locality where they live. No, when you read the sentence, you have to understand the context. He desired to do so. Though he desired to do so, he could not do it. Simple as that. If I say, though he was desired to do so, then it is not acceptable. Please answer the third one. Should not take so long. Perhaps this is a little, to some extent, difficult. How people do to earn their bread is dependent largely on the locality where they live. Here, how is not the correct word. What people do to earn their bread. No, no, no. What people do to earn their bread is dependent largely on the locality where they live. What they do depends on something. First part, what people do. That's right. Who is this? Sthirata. Am I right? My pronunciation. A new name. What is the right word, not how. Please go to question number 4. He took a sharp knife and torn the covering made of cardboard, but could not open the packet. Now, first part, what people do depends on something. Please go to question number 4. He took a sharp knife. Here, the verb is in the past. The covering made of cardboard, but could not. The whole context goes into the past. Thank you. Based on that, here we cannot use the past participle form. What is the verb here? This can be a noun, this can be a verb. As a noun, tear, tears. As a verb, tear. Tear, tore, torn. We cannot use a past participle. Here we have to use a past form because all the verbs should be here in the past. Tore the cover. No, no. Tear, tore, torn. He took a sharp knife and tore the covering made of cardboard but could not open the packet. Tear, tore. What is the past form? Tore, tore. He tore the paper. He tore the piece of cloth. Exactly, Suresh. Same thing I have written. Go to the last question. Both of them genuinely helped one another when their families were going through a bad patch. Go through a bad patch means not be successful for some time. It goes with the players. He was going through a bad patch. He is going through a bad patch. It goes with others also. Business people also, we say. They are going through a bad patch. No one has answered. Here, both of them. We are talking about two persons. Then the reciprocal pronoun, one another is not correct. We have to use each other. Reciprocal pronouns, two in number, each other, one another. Each other for two persons are two things, and one another more than two. Has anyone got all the five correct? I doubt. Let us go to fillers, a new pattern in the sense, not one combinations, so you got to be careful. The theme song of Downtown Abbey, along with a panoramic shot of the imposing monarchic structure, is enough to memories. Three is good enough. Three, four, be happy. Five, I doubt. Tripura Sundari. Sunny also three. Naresh three. Suresh. Oh, many students have got three correct. Please answer question number one, fillers. Here there are three words and the combinations. Only one, only two, both two and three, both one and two, none of these. No, you have to choose the option. It is not be. No, no, no. You read the sentence. No one has got it right. I'm surprised. No, no, no. Oh, no one has got it right. Answer is a C. Both two, oh, I'm sorry, cent is not. Here, both one and two. Who has answered D? Anyone? Shyam has answered 1D. And now I see Rajashekar. Evoke. Evoke means to bring back memories. Recall. Bring back memories. You can use the word evoke. You can use the word recall. Based on that, both 1 and 2. What is answer? D is the answer. We cannot use sent. The railways will speed up trains to reduce running time and maximize of infrastructure across its network. First, you read the sentence, understand the context, then you try to answer. What are the three words? Collecting, effectiveness, utilization. You have to answer in terms of A, B, C, D, E. Who is this Krimind? Is that the name of a person? Here, the railways will speed up trains to reduce running time and maximize. Maximize what? Effectiveness, we need a noun. Collecting does not go with the context. Maximize of effectiveness of infrastructure. Perfect. Maximize utilization of infrastructure. Perfect. Based on the 2 and 3, which option says 2 and 3? Answer is C. Very good. Question number 3. With tomato and onion prices continuing to soar to go up, the center is considering to increase cultivation of these staple vegetables in the North Indian region. Staple food taken by a lot of people. In the north, the staple food is wheat, and in the south, it is rice, chapatis. I got it. Who is this? Nagesh. Fine. Go to the third question. Considering what? A proposal. Yes. A role to increase? No. A novel means new, one meaning. A book, fiction, non-fiction, another meaning. You cannot use the second one and the third one. Based on that, only one. Which option is that? How come? D. Considering a role to increase. No. The center is considering a role to increase. No, no. You cannot use role. Answer is only A. Sanju has got it right. Tripura Sundari has got it right. Rajshekhar, Venkateshwarama, very good. Now we have phrasal verbs, a new pattern. Excuse me. Not the regular pattern. In the sense, here you have an example, you have a context, and you should find out the meaning. A bit challenging, you got to read carefully and try to answer. Not easy, I would like to caution you guys. One B, A. No, not exactly. Come across means appear in a particular way, appear or sound in a particular way. Tell me now, you decide what is it. No, it cannot be provide, it cannot be offers, discover. No, she comes across really well on television. She appears really well on television. And here express, she expresses really well. No, she behaves really well. Answer is the third option, C. I appreciate those students who have chosen C. Appears very well means behaves very well. Expresses very well, no. The deal was completely open and above board, an important one. Actually, it is not a phrasal verb, it is an idiomatic expression. Still, you can answer. Above board means what? Where is the third one? We are with the second one. It is a positive expression. It means what? Mislead, negative. Profitable goes with business. Dupe, no. Respect, no. Above board means honest. Only one word stands out. What is it? Honest. E is the answer. I think he was just putting on an act to get sympathy. What is the appraisal verb? Put on. Put on has many meanings. Do remember. Go to the third one. Third one is perform. Naresh has got it right. After that, many students. Very good. Not assume. Put on. Put on an act means what? Perform an act. Putting on an act to get sympathy. Performing an act to get sympathy. Assume an act? No, not correct. Answer is the third option. I can put up with the house being messy, but I hate if it is not clean. Messy means not in proper order. Things are scattered everywhere. What does it mean? Put up with. This is also an important one. Put on another meaning to wear. Put on your shoes. Wear your shoes. And opposite, take off your shoes. Remove your shoes. Please go to the next one, question number 4. I can put up with the house being messy, not ignore. Here, bear. Answer is bear means what here? Tolerate. I can tolerate the house being messy, but I hate if it is not clean. Answer is bear. Bear means what here? Tolerate. Very good. Who is this? Shushma. Perfect. Bear. I can't bear this noise means what? I cannot tolerate this noise. Most patients find that the numbness, I have given this word recently, no feeling at all. Extreme cold, your fingers become numb. B is silent. From the injection wears off after about an hour. Wear off. Wear off means what? Based on the context, calm, inflate, deepen, fade, emerge. Understand the context, it becomes easy. Yes, Suresh, bear, bore, born. But born we have two spellings, one B-O-R-N, the other one B-O-R-N-E. This goes with giving birth, this goes with carrying something. Inflate? No. Wear off means to fade, to disappear slowly. Answer is the fourth option. No, no, answer is the fourth option. Wear off means to disappear slowly. For that, we also use the word fade. Today's idioms very important and they have given many a time. Try to get all the 5 correct. What is the first one? Out of the blue. Out of the blue means what? Sai Kumar, 5D. Please go to idioms. We have Hitler here. Okay, 5D. 4 out of 5 good, you should be happy. Randomly, without warning, surprisingly. Answer is B. And there's another idiom you have to recollect. Bolt from the blue. That also means the same. Without warning, randomly, surprisingly, but it has a negative connotation. Green with envy. Easy to guess. To be very jealous or envious. There is another idiom you have to recollect. Green eyed monster. Same thing. A person is full of jealous. Gray area. Gray matter, gray area. Something that is unclear, undefined, vague, ambiguous, obscure. All these words you can think of. Someone was caught red handed. This goes with thieves, stealing, pilferage. He was caught taking bribe. He was caught red handed. To catch someone in the act of doing something. Greenhorn, very good. Person without any experience, a different meaning. Answer is D. He was caught red handed while taking the bribe. Green thumb, we can also use green thumb, American English, green fingers, British English, green fingers. To be good at gardening, answer is C. Have you got all the five correct? All the five correct, you should be happy. Let us go to words you got yesterday from yesterday's editorial. 17 words. Try to get 15 plus. 15 plus, good. Perfect. 4 is also good. Nagesh, you should be happy. All the five, Ahmad, oh, you are there. Naresh, 5 correct. Tripura Sundari. 4 also good enough. Anusha, 5. Rajshekar, 5. Ram Sai, 4. Sunny, 4. Please go to editorial vocabulary, the words you got yesterday. Unedifying, unpleasant, and because of that, people don't respect something. Unpleasant. First, you have to write the word unpleasant. And based on that, people don't respect. Unedifying. Part of speech adjective. Very good. What is it? A row. Row can be a verb, can be a noun. But based on the editorial, there was a row noun. The key word is unpleasant. And based on that, no respect. Noisy argument. Very good. Related words, squabble, broil, tiff, important words. Squabble, broil, tiff. I had a tiff, TIFF. Very noisy quarrel. Justify, verb. It is a regular verb. To give a good reason. Yes, that's right. Justify your actions. You should always be in a position to justify your actions. Deploy is also a verb. Deployment noun. What does it mean? It goes with soldiers, police, forces, deploy. Equipment also. To move equipment or troops to the place where they are used. You can also think of to position the forces or the police so that they can deal with any eventuality or any disturbance. Heed, it can be a noun, it can be a verb. To pay attention, exactly. Boost, part of speech, verb. What does it mean? Increase, improve, encourage. Okay. Perceive, perception, noun, perceive, verb. Take notice of, pay attention, give ears to, very good. Be alert, be cautious. Have an opinion about something. Form an opinion about something. Perceive something. Discretion, noun. Today we have got the word discrimination. Discrimination, prejudice, bias based on certain factors. But what is the word here? Discretion. The right or ability to do something. Exactly. Nagesh has gone, okay, a different context, forest context. Prospective, prospective candidate, prospective banker. You're all prospective bankers and government officers. Possible. Requisition, please remember it looks like a noun, but it is a verb. It is a regular verb. takes ed, official request, or request or take something, official request, an important word. Based on the part of speech, grievance, noun, grievances usually used in the plural form. What does it mean? Complaint about not being treated fairly. Okay. Usually grievances, complaints about something, you're not happy about something. Affirm, part of speech, verb. To state something is right. Yes, to say something is true. To state something is right or true. Peak, we have got for the first time. Peak, verb. Feeling of anger caused by someone who damages one's pride. Make someone angry or someone gets irritated because his pride is touched. A resentment, part of speech, noun. Anger because you are forced to do something that you didn't want to do. Bitter feeling also you can say. Comply, compliance. Compliance, noun. Comply, verb. Compliance means what? An important word. Irritate, resentment, exasperate, indignation. Ah, very good. Who is this? Rajshekhar. I appreciate that. No one has answered 15. Compliance. Act of obeying. Very good. Tripura Sundari. Follow rules and regulations. Intervene, a verb. Intervened. To involve in something to improve or prevent it from to improve or prevent it from becoming worse. Endemic usually goes with diseases, but editorial context, a different context altogether. Endemic, part of speech, adjective. Related to or restricted to a particular area. Endemic disease, only one place it happens, people experience. Pandemic across, yes, they are related. There are three words, in fact. One is endemic, local. Second is epidemic, in a way, state level or national level. And ultimate pandemic across the world. Local, regional, or national, you can say global. All are related words. Who asked that question? Nagesh, yes. All the three words are related. They go with the diseases. Endemic disease, local. Epidemic disease, regional or national. And pandemic across the world, global. That's all for today. Hope you guys have got enriched. Have a nice day. Have a nice weekend. And no editorial on Sunday. The Hindu does not publish. So no editorial session tomorrow. I will see you guys on Monday. If possible, I'll take a session this evening at 7:30 because I have a bad throat. I could not take last evening, and today also my voice is not normal because of a sore throat. That's all for today. Do remember to subscribe and share. I like that word, Tripura Sundari. Gratitude, sir.